Hello, friends. How are you? I believe that you are doing great and you are okay. It's another moment that I'm welcoming you to our show today, and I believe and hope that you will be able to learn something and also to share with us your opinion so that we can know what you think about the topic that we are going to talk about. As I have said, I am Mwalimu Sam, and I am a life coach, a counselor, and I have a passion in bringing up and nurturing young people and also the youths. And it is always my pleasure when I see young people becoming responsible citizens and also responsible members of the society. So today our topic is very interesting, and I believe that maybe it has affected you in one way or the other, and I request that you will share with us how you handled it and also how you tackled it. So today we are talking about relationships, and specifically we are highlighting whether couples should give cheating spouses. So that is our topic today, and it is something that cuts across the divide. Why am I saying this? Because we've seen in our newsrooms, in our media houses, how people have handled cheating partners and also cheating in their relationships and their repercussions. But today we will try to look at ways of how we can tackle cheating when it occurs in our relationships in a more mature and responsible manner, so that at the end of the day our lives continue and the lives of others continue. So in many relationships today, many partners are not faithful. That is the word. We are lacking faithfulness in our relationships, and it is surprising that in relationships that we have in the Christian setup and also in the secular setup have suffered a common problem or a common challenge, and this is unfaithfulness, whereby people in the church have failed to be faithful to one another. Those who are in relationships, maybe those who are courting, those who are in marriage, and also in the secular world, people have failed to be faithful to each other. And we've seen with our own eyes dire repercussions and dire consequences that has resulted from such conducts in the relationships. And therefore, today, we want to see whether it is possible for couples to forgive each other, or people who are in a relationship. Can they forgive each other when one spouse finds the other one cheating, or if they can just call it a close of business and they part ways, or even if it is in a marriage, is there a chance whereby these people can solve this problem, forgive each other, and continue with their marriage in a happy way? So I know that you are in a relationship or you are in a marriage that has suffered this kind of challenges. But allow me to say this, that if you look at the society today, we are embracing and accepting things that are not acceptable, and their consequences are affecting us and pulling us down each and every day. Like, for example, cheating. Today there is a section of the society worldwide who are taking cheating as something fashionable or as a way of modernism. But let me be clear and open to you by saying this, that cheating is not acceptable, and also it is not a way of modernism. You will find that young girls, college girls, university girls, ladies in the university, they are having multiple partners, and also young men in campuses, young men in colleges, they are having multiple partners. Also, people who are married, they are still choosing to have side relationships. They call it, men call it side chicks. So you will find that when the other spouse learns that the person whom they loved and they entrusted with their hearts has decided to do this, they are broken, and they are just discouraged in such a way that they feel what their partners has done is unforgivable. And I don't want to say that it is unforgivable, because it depends with the partner who has been annoyed, the partner who has been wronged. There are people who are able to forgive and give their relationships or even their marriages another chance, but there are those who will just call it a quit, because they believe that once a cheater, always a cheater. Once unfaithful, always unfaithful. And this brings lack of trust in the relationships, because when the other party who cheated is not around, is not at home, is not with the other partner, they will always have this kind of a thought that their partner is being with maybe another lady or another man, or they are being engaged in something that is immoral. So it is important to note that if you are in a relationship and that trust is still there, you should continue knitting, knitting the fabric of your relationships together in a tight manner, so that you can continue nurturing that trust that is there. Because once you lose it, it will be very difficult to regain that trust, and you will find that each and every day you will be fighting, each and every day you will be suspicious, each and every day you will just be having some kind of negative attitudes towards your spouse or your partner, and this will cause you to have a relationship that is always on a rocky path. And therefore, if you are in a relationship, if you are in a marriage and you've not cheated, please don't go that path, because very few relationships or marriages that survives unfaithfulness or cheating. But many of them, the moment that the other party or the other partner discovers that their spouses has been cheating, that their spouses has been having an extra marital affair or an extra relationship affair, then that trust is completely broken, and many of them just decides to call it a quit and to end those kind of relationships once and for all. But we started by asking that, is it possible for spouses to forgive their partners who are cheating or who have cheated in the past. Here I can say it is a yes and a no answer. Why am I saying this? Because it all depends with the partners who are involved in that kind of a relationship or in that marriage. You will find that there are some partners who have invested so much in their relationships or in their marriage that they cannot stand thinking that they can end that relationship or that marriage. And therefore there are other partners, when they discover or learn that their partners cannot call it a quit, then they take advantage of that. And therefore, as I have said earlier, that before you find yourself there, before you find yourself in this kind of a challenge, before you become unfaithful, before you cheat, please don't go that path, because this is just a repetition that very few relationships that has experienced this kind of a challenge, that is cheating and unfaithfulness, and survived. Okay, so just give your relationship the best. If you are a man, just take your time, invest in that relationship, because going outside there, that woman is just the same as this one that you are living there and going outside there to flatter with others. If you are a lady and you are thinking about doing that, I also want to encourage you to take your time and invest in your relationship, because this man you are living there, those who are good, those whom you are seeing outside there, you don't know what kind of people they are. Maybe you might choose to go out with them. After spending some time with them, you will discover that this man you are leaving behind, this man that you are cheating on, this lady that you are cheating on, is even better than them. And therefore, I just want to encourage those people who are in relationships, those who are in marriages, that it is important to nurture that relationship. It is better to communicate. It is better to be one another's strength, so that you will not feel that there is something that you are lacking in your relationship. Because if you are not communicating, then your man or your woman will communicate with someone outside there. If you are not like spending time with them, they will look for someone, or someone will be willing to spend time with them. So do anything and everything that is necessary to make sure that your relationships are thriving, that your marriages are thriving. But I want to say this, and take note of this, that there are different kinds of relationships that are not acceptable. But in today's world, as I have said earlier, you will find that people are taking evil and wickedness to be a form of modernism. They see it as fashionable. Like, for example, people having relationships outside marriage. That one is fornication. Secondly, a married person having an affair with someone who is not married. That is adultery. And therefore, we should look at the side ends of each one of those before we decide that we are going to commit ourselves to such kind of relationships. But it is important that before you take your time to settle down with somebody, it is good to take your time to know them, know the kind of a person they are, know their weaknesses, know what they like, know how they behave when they are angry. Just know them. This one will help you when you decide to settle down with that person, it will help you to nurture your relationship, to nurture your marriage. And you will find that it will spare you a lot of problems and a lot of challenges. And therefore, I have said that it depends if spouses can give their cheating partners. There are those who can forgive, and there are those who cannot forgive. At times, we even look for issues like there are children in the picture. So we are going to look in the next episode of our show how we will you can handle relationships whereby you feel cheated, you feel broken, but there are already children in the picture. How do you handle such kind of relationships? Do you choose to stay because of the children, or do you choose to split amongst yourself the children? Maybe one child will stay with their dad, two children will stay with their mom, or all the children will stay with their mommy, or all the children will stay with their daddy. So we are going to look at those circumstances and how we can handle them. So allow me just to say thank you for watching our show today, and I know that you've been affected in one way or the other with this kind of a topic that we've talked about today. So just feel free to drop your comment in our comment section. Feel free to share your opinion with us, and also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, this is Vigilance Media House, where your opinion counts. So until our next episode, just feel free to share with us how you feel about the topic that we normally discuss in our channel.